Nkosana, thank you so much for your time this evening. In a statement to Tech Central, the report suggests that Vodacom says that they're going to be appealing. They say that they remain of the view that the negotiations with you were held in good faith as determined in the order of the Constitutional Court set down in April 2016. Your reaction to that?
Yeah, I mean, I can only draw what the judgments are saying. I mean, it's not only the CC. Remember, the CC already declared that the behavior of Vodacom left a sour taste in their mouth. And then the Judge Hughes has already also ruled again on the behavior of the company. I mean, they are within their rights to appeal like any other litigant. And we expected that, and we'll take it as it comes.
And quite a scathing judgment that was penned, this latest one in the North Gauteng High Court. I wonder, though, for you, Nkosana, it's been a lengthy process. I mean, it's been going on for over 20 years. I mean, since you've even invented Please Call Me. And I wonder the personal toll that this particular matter is taking from you, because really it should have been settled by now.
Yeah, I think for any individual, I mean, that fights a company as big as Vodacom for the time that I've fought them. I mean, it will take a toll on you, but I guess one has grown in terms of resistance, understanding, and tolerance. And we are, I think, getting closer to ending the matter. Sooner or later. I mean, it will happen. But we'll be patient. We'll do what we have to do. We'll take each step as it comes. We celebrate the judgment, the solid judgment of Judge Hughes today that was delivered. We're happy with the acceptance of what we had put before the courts. We've always put facts before the court, and it's not conjecture or opinions. What Vodacom is saying is opinions. It's never supported by any court, including the CC.
It sounds to me like you're saying you can now see some kind of a finish line.
No, definitely. I mean, what options are there now? If they are appealing, they are going to the SCA, and then the last leg, it's the CC. Remember, I also appealed to the SCA, and they closed the doors for me with the prospects of success not being possible. So I think with this solid judgment of Judge Hughes, it will be quite a mountain to climb for Vodacom to succeed on appeal.
And looking at the journey, there was, of course, reports at some point saying that you've incurred so much debt and now you're finding yourself also in a vulnerable position when it comes to legal fees as well. I wonder, how has that been going?
No, we will soldier on to the end. I mean, we obviously, I mean, this does take a toll on you. But, I mean, we are not naive. I mean, with the balance sheet that Vodacom has, one expected that they will appeal, and we'll be ready for that. And we'll take that in our stride, yeah.
And, when we look at this particular matter and how it has come, some previous reports also have suggested that you believe you're owed around 20 billion rand by Vodacom, of course, for your successful invention. And this figure reflected a 5% share of an estimated 205 billion rand revenue generated from the Please Call Me service. I wonder, looking at how long it has taken between that time these reports surfaced and now, would you say that this figure has gone up?
Yeah, I mean, what Judge Hughes has also given us an extension. I mean, we claimed for 18 years, I think, when those numbers were done. We now are on 20 years in terms of the order that we received today. So it does keep on climbing, unfortunately. And PCM is still generating revenues for Vodacom and its affiliates and companies and Vodafone. So yeah, it keeps on continuing. Yeah.
And for you, I know that, some have said that this is a David versus Goliath case, and you are taking on quite a big elephant. Talk to us about what kept you going and what still keeps Nkosana going, even to this very day. Because, I mean, I'm sure, as you alluded to a little earlier on, some people would have given up by now, saying that this matter may not even have some finality.
Yeah, I mean, the behavior of the company. I had made, a decision long time ago when I was told that I'll never get a cent out of this. and I went on to lose at the High Court. And my resolve has not changed. I mean, I will see this thing to an end. I will make sure that I get what is due and what is fair. And that I will pursue until we get to the end of the road. And that's what I'm doing. If they are appealing, that's what I need to prepare for, and that's what I will, you know.
You say what is due and what is fair. What would be due and fair for you?
It's before the courts. We've put models before the courts, what we think is fair. We've agreed on 5%. We disputed the 5 years that the CO had given us. Judge Hughes increased it to 20 years. We made some concessions that we made in front of Judge Hughes. They were also taken into account, and they are reflected in what the CO has before him. And that's the route that we are following, yeah.
For someone who hasn't seen those court papers, what are some of these concessions that you've made?
No. I mean, we had Model 9A and other models that we proposed before Judge Hughes, and she took those into account. It's things like duration, like only considering, you know, calls that took place within an hour, instead of taking, you know, a larger, time frame in order for calls to be returned. They are more technical, you know. Yeah.
All right, Nkosana, thank you so much for your time. We'll see then what happens with the next installment as you are now, preparing for that appeal, as Vodacom says that they are now going to battle this out again in the courts. Thank you so much for your time. That was Please Call Me Inventor Nkosana Makate.